Hi everyone, thanks for tuning back. So it's been a year, it's been quite a year. So as you can see, the wedges are done at this point. I still have a few coats of finish to put on. But this video is basically going to be from explaining what happened with the 1/8 depression, how we pushed it back up. At this point, I wedged it, so that's the false ground basically. The false ground is when you put the wedges in and then you already have the under pressure, and then when you actually release the tension, it stays. So I was able to bring it 3/16 up, and now it's 1/8 over the zero line. So I was able to gain a 1/4 inch, and with an old soundboard, I'm pretty happy with what we were able to get. So we'll carry on with the video, and then I'll pop in from time to time to do some explanation, but I hope you enjoy. So after applying those wedges, I already got about a 16 increase on the height. I see this process to be about 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to go very slow at it. I'm putting pressure underneath where the bridge is, so the bridge being glued and screwed to the soundboard should technically bring it up. I didn't remove any of the surrounding perimeter. The bridge used to be at a certain crown, so I'm thinking it should be able to get back to where it was. Now, the idea of a false crown is that you see all those cracks that appeared over time since we actually got the piano here. The reason for that is whether the humidity difference from where it was. So I'll be able to use those when I fix the soundboard to keep the height of the crown. So I'm trying to actually get past, I would like to get maybe an 8 3/16 or a 1/4 more than the sides on the bridge section, and then this would allow me to add the wedges, and when I remove the tension it would technically hold the height. So that's the plan anyway. About after a month of playing around with increasing the wedges tension under the piano, I could see that the soundboard was starting to go up. The issue that happened is that the weather got nicer outside. We started opening up the windows, and then I lost all the gaps of all the cracks, like the moisture in the outside coming in. The soundboard started absorbing that and close all the gaps. So I tried, as you'll see, to mitigate that by closing up with moving blankets and then putting a light under. That did help, but not as much as it was during winter time. So the big reason why we had to wait basically a full year was that I had to basically wait to get the soundboard just as dry as it was and get those cracks as open as possible. So when I put the wedges, they can only go one way when they reabsorb, the soundboard reabsorbs moisture. So during that time, I started working on the bridge. As you'll see, I'll remove all the pins and started cleaning them up. So in the previous videos, I noticed a lot of you guys were interested in the actual kind of name tag printed into the piano itself, and like part numbers and basically the history of the piano. With Broadwood, the cool thing is that you can actually pay a fee and get the history of the piano, so like the archives of Broadwood. So during the last year, while we were waiting for the soundboard and like the crown and doing some other stuff on the piano that you'll see in the video, my wife actually went ahead and we paid the fee, contacted Broadwood, and they sent us the history of the piano. So I'll just span over, and if you want to see and read, you just have to pause the video at this point, and then we'll carry on with the rest of the video.
It's like you need some more.
Another few things that I enjoyed during that break, that 1 year, was that I got a lot of comments on the videos that were already uploaded. I still posted on some social media platform and got comments off of that. So there was a lot of back and forth and discussions in regards to what was happening. So for example, some people were saying that those soundboards were flat coming out of the factory. The crown was something that was controversial and was only done in the United States. I was not able to find any literature proving or disproving that. The big take in the social media platform were like, no, there was a crown, which I find hard still to wrap my head around, because my tone bars are going front to back and the crown should be running this way, and that's the way the grain direction is going. So mine will have a tiny bit of a crown, so in that regard, like, I think I feel I'm covered. Also, I got a book that was sent by Jean Louchet. It's in French and in English. This one is the English one. It's the Keyboard Stringing Guide. There's so much information in this book. Like you need to know your fractions and there is a ton of information in this book about a lot of things that regards stringing. I did start to read a bit of it. It's a little over my pay grade, I must admit. There's a lot of information to look into, but I really appreciate for him to send me that. I'll also leave a link to this book if you guys are interested in looking into it. Another thing that came up in the while I was starting to do the refinishing of the soundboard was that a few people commented right away I should have scraped the soundboard, remove all finish, and then bleach it and then start anew. The thing is that people have to understand that although, like, yes, it's an antique and it should be restored depending what your definition of restoration is. My wife and I wanted to have an antique piano. We don't want an antique piano that looks new. So in that regards, like, you can see like the wedges are visible, and we think it's a highlight. We celebrate that this soundboard is the original one. It's old growth, something that's really hard to get right now. Even if you change your soundboard and you want to have an old growth soundboard, like, it's basically impossible to find. So the soundboard was going to stay in there no matter what, and from there we want to celebrate that. So there's string marks from broken strings in the past. There's like dings and dents, and we do want to keep that. What we wanted to do is like make it so it's cleaned up, it looks nice. The old kind of moisty kind of antique smell is kind of gone, and that's because we remove all kind of the gunk that was on it, and make it so visibly appealing while keeping the antique aspect of it. So although I know, like, yes, some people would be like, you need to scrape and bleach. Other people were also arguing that no, the right way of doing it is keep it as antique as possible. We wanted to keep the stickers. I had so many comments asking about that green sticker. What does it say? Because on their piano, it's completely gone, and mine is still there. So in that aspect, that's basically what we're trying to do with our piano.